If you're strong enough to smile in public but break down in silence because of one name, this message is for you. Some people don't leave your heart because they were never meant to. They were placed there by God. You've tried to forget them, haven't you? But every time you pray, their name rises before your own. If loving them feels heavier at night and louder in silence, it's not imagination. It's connection. God doesn't allow certain hearts to separate easily, not because it's painful, but because it's unfinished. You don't miss them like the past. You feel them like the future that hasn't arrived yet. If your heart still aches even after you said, "I'm done," then maybe heaven isn't done yet. Some souls don't say goodbye. They wait quietly until God says now. This message did not find you by accident. You didn't pause here randomly. You didn't stay because of curiosity alone. Take a slow breath. Let your heart settle for a moment. Because sometimes when God wants to speak softly, He doesn't shout. He places a feeling inside you that refuses to leave. There are moments when you ask yourself, why can't I forget them? You've tried distractions. You've tried time. You've tried logic. You've even tried surrendering it completely to God. And yet, they remain. You wake up with them in your thoughts. You fall asleep with their presence lingering in your chest. You feel them in silence. You feel them in prayer. You feel them when you are strong, and even more when you are breaking. And you wonder, why would God allow this if it leads to distance, confusion, or waiting? Listen carefully. Sometimes God places someone on your heart not to torment you, not to confuse you, and not to test your patience, but because the story between your souls is not finished yet. When God does this, there are signs, not signs that fade, not signs that come and go, but signs that remain steady until the purpose is fulfilled. Here are 7 powerful signs that God has placed someone on your heart until the right moment brings you together. And if even one of these touches something deep inside you, this message is meant for you. Sign 1. Time does not remove them from your heart. Time is supposed to heal. Distance is supposed to weaken feelings. Silence is supposed to create forgetting. But with this person, none of that works. Weeks pass, months pass, sometimes even years pass, and still they remain. You may go days without consciously thinking about them, but suddenly, without warning, something brings them back. A song, a memory, a quiet moment, a prayer, a dream, and instantly they are there again. Not as a thought, but as a feeling. You don't miss them like someone from your past. You feel them like someone who is still connected to you, because this is not emotional attachment. This is spiritual remembrance. When God connects souls, time does not erase what He has written. The world says, if it was meant to be, it would have happened already. But God says, what I am preparing requires patience. Until the preparation is complete, the connection remains alive. Sign 2. You try to move on, but your soul refuses. You've tried to let go. You told yourself, I deserve peace. I deserve something present. You may have even met someone new, someone kind, someone available, someone who treats you well, but something feels empty. You smile, but your heart doesn't open fully. You try to connect, but your soul stays distant, not because you're broken, not because you're ungrateful, but because your heart is already reserved. When God places someone on your heart, your spirit will not accept substitutes. You may convince your mind, but your soul knows the truth. This isn't punishment. This is protection. God is preventing you from bonding with something that would delay what is truly meant for you. Sign 3. You feel them most. During prayer, this is important. You don't just think of them randomly. You feel them when you are closest to God. During prayer, during reflection, during surrender, during moments of tears or gratitude, sometimes you even pray, "God, please remove them from my heart if this isn't your will." But instead of fading, the feeling becomes calmer, clearer, deeper. God does not highlight what he plans to discard. When someone consistently appears in your spirit during prayer, it is not obsession, it is alignment. God communicates through peace, not anxiety. And if the thought of this person comes with calm, even in longing, it is not coincidence. Sign 4. You never wish them harm. Think about this honestly. Even after disappointment, even after silence, even after misunderstandings or distance, you still wish them well. You don't want revenge. You don't want them to suffer. You don't want to see them fail. You want them healed, protected, happy. That is not ego-based attachment. That is unconditional love. Human love says, "If you hurt me, I stop caring." Divine love says, "Even if you hurt me, I still want your peace." When God places someone on your heart, he aligns your heart with his, and God does not create bonds rooted in destruction. Sign 5. Letting go feels forced, not natural. Letting go is supposed to feel like relief, but with this person, it feels heavy. You can say the words, "I'm done," but your spirit whispers, "Not yet." You can block them, avoid places, delete memories, but the connection doesn't disappear. It simply goes quiet, and quiet is not gone. God never rushes endings. He hasn't finished using. If letting go feels unnatural, painful, or forced, you may be trying to end something God is still shaping. Sign 6. You are being prepared, not united. Yet, this is where many people misunderstand God. They ask, if God wanted us together, why are we apart? Because preparation comes before union. Look at your life honestly. Since this person entered your heart, you've grown emotionally, you've healed old wounds, you've learned patience, you've developed boundaries, you've matured spiritually. God often separates souls to shape them individually before joining them together. If he brought you together too soon, you would damage each other instead of completing each other. Delay is not denial. Distance is not rejection. Sometimes distance is training. Sign 7. You carry a quiet, unexplainable peace. This is the final and most powerful sign. Despite confusion, despite unanswered questions, despite missing them, there is a quiet peace inside you that says, "This isn't over." Not loud, not dramatic, not desperate, just calm certainty. That peace does not come from hope. It comes from knowing. God does not give false peace. If he wanted you to move on completely, he would remove the feeling, not sustain it. Don't miss the last message, because the last message especially for you. So listen, be carefully. Before you scroll away, pause for one honest moment. If this message stirred something deep inside your chest, it's because your heart recognizes truth before your mind does. Not every connection is meant to be rushed, and not every silence means an ending. Sometimes God asks us to trust without proof, to believe without answers, and to wait without fear. If someone still lives in your heart despite time, distance, and unanswered prayers, maybe it's not weakness, maybe it's purpose. You are not foolish for feeling deeply. You are not broken for remembering. You are human and you are guided. If you believe God is still writing this story, don't stay silent. Comment below, "I trust God's timing," and let your faith speak louder than your doubt. Thanks for staying with me at last. So kindly like, share and subscribe the channel for more mindset changing videos, because this channel will grow with your support and your love.